Most of the world's countries have English names that are based off their native names, like Nederland, España, Italia, Argentina, Turkey, and Mexico. But some nations have names that are completely different from their native names. So how did they get their strange English exonyms? The first country we're going to inspect is Germany, known to its citizens as Deutschland, which is completely different from its English name and has no ties with it at all, which is weird especially when you consider the fact that German is actually one of the most similar languages to English out there. The short answer to why Germany has its English name is basically the Romans. The long answer is because the Romans called the people living east of the Rhine and north of the Danube rivers Germani. No one really knows exactly why they picked that particular name. Julius Caesar might have liked the sound of it, but either way, the name just kind of stuck. And when you look at some other languages, you find more or less the same word. Italian has Germania, Greek has Germania, and Irish Gaelic has Am Germain. Ironically, the Germani people were actually the people of modern-day Belgium and the Netherlands. The people of Germany and the Netherlands, of course, were difficult to tell apart to the Romans and also to the later English, which is why the people of the Netherlands are called Dutch. But for all intents and purposes, be thankful we call these two countries Germany and the Netherlands, not Deutschland and Dutchland. For more information on this subject, see Rubos's excellent video on this subject, simply titled Names for Germany. You might expect one of the countries I'm going to have to talk about to be an East Asian country. After all, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean are all completely different from each other, let alone English and Indo-European language. But they're actually not that different from their English terms. Sure, Korea's official modern Korean name is Hanguk, which is completely different from Korea. By the way, that means country of the Han. But its English name does come from a Korean term, Goryeo, which is the name of the Goryeo Kingdom, which ruled Korea during Marco Polo's expedition, which was basically the first time most Europeans would have heard of Korea. Japan's name comes from the Chinese pronunciation of the Japanese name of Nippon or Nihon. China's name comes from the Persian word Qin, which itself comes from the Sanskrit word China, which itself comes from Qin, which was the name of the kingdom during the Warring States period, who conquered all the others and unified China more or less under its name. The modern Chinese name for China is Zhonghua, meaning central state. The second nation I'll be discussing is India, which the Asian Indians call Bharat. India comes from the term Indus, which itself comes from the old Persian term Hindush, which stems from the Sanskrit word Sindhu. These words are all the terms used for the Indus River. A side note, the Indus River is actually mostly in Pakistan. The ancient Greeks referred to the Indian peoples as Indoli, which also originally referred to the Indus. There was also the name of Hindustan, which was a Persian name given to northern Pakistan and India. Bharat, the official name of the Republic of India, which has variants in many Indian languages, is attributed to Bharata, a Hindu theological figure who is the founder and emperor of the Bharata dynasty. The final nation I'll be talking about is Hayastan. Can you guess what us English speakers call it? We call it Armenia. Armenia likely comes from an inscription written in 515 BC in Old Persian that said Ardmina. Later, in 476 BC, Hecataeus of Miletus first mentions the terms Armenia for Armenia and Armenioi for Armenians. The native Armenian name for the area is Haik, which in the Middle Ages was extended to Hayastan, with the addition of the Persian suffix stan, meaning place of, such as place of the Afghans, or place of the Kazakhs, or the aforementioned place of the Hindus. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned some interesting facts about these nations. If you did, please give this video a like and share it with your friends and family. If you haven't, also please consider subscribing for more of these videos every Sunday, and positive news videos every Wednesday. See you on Wednesday.